Here we go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tapeheads United. I am John, and with me is the very special James.
I'm very special.
Yes. How are we?
I'm tired, John, but I'm hanging in there.
Yeah,
How is
well,
we?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited for this segment that we're doing. We are doing our favorite wardrobe and costume designs
From VHS tapes. Through
from
the lens of VHS tapes.
yes. Yeah, that's about it. And we have the perfect guest on for this. It's Ferg.
It's
Let's
Ferg.
let's bring her in. Hi, Ferg.
Hi guys.
Ferg! I'm not gonna make a Fergalicious reference because damn, like you probably are so sick of those. But just know it's like
Honestly, I never mind them.
okay, I'm biting my tongue, but just know that it's there. How is you?
I'm good. I'm good. I just got back from running a trivia that I do every Wednesday, so I'm a little
Yes.
tired, but
I'm
getting
glad we're
through
all
the
on the
midweek
same
hump.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad we're all on the same page of exhaustion, but I'm still excited for this. Now, Ferg, I wanted to ask you because this is like a very unique, different stack topic for us. I wanted to know what this topic means to you specifically. That makes sense. If that's even a
So
question.
whenever I watch movies, costumes are what I notice the most because this is what I majored in college and grad school, is costume design and costume production. So I'm always looking for why characters were chosen to wear certain things. Like, or did they just wake up and they just rolled out of bed, or are they more kept together? What the time period is calling for. I'm always interested in those things. Like,
Mhm,
there are certain movies where you can see a character's colors go from light to dark, and that signifies them moving
Oh,
into like a more darker side of their life. So I'm always interested when a designer can bring the story in through clothing.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that, and I have to grab another movie as a backup because I was like, I wonder if she means, because we discussed like doing this topic, you know, if we're gonna do the most kind of like not outlandish, but like the most creative design and this and that, whatever. Like it doesn't need to be like ball gowns and whatever.
Yeah.
But there was one movie that came to mind, and I'm gonna go grab it as a backup just in case, where it's everything's pretty neutral. It's just normal clothes. But I know because I'm just stupid with behind the scenes, I know that certain outfits were picked specifically because of the tone of them, like certain color schemes. So like you wouldn't really pick up on it, but like it was very strategic throughout the course of the film. So I have to grab it.
Yes.
So
That's kind of the point of this, is what it speaks to you.
yeah. Yeah. So I'll keep mine for an honorable mention at the end then.
Awesome.
I'll grab it. I'll grab it at some point.
What?
My tape.
Your tape.
I'll grab it at some point.
I was telling John earlier, I plugged in my AirPods hours ago, and I went to go use them just now, and I was like, why is the little thing still red? And I put them into the thing, and I plugged the thing into a wire, and the wire was not connected to the wall. So here we are. Welcome to James.
And this is it.
Yep.
This is how we roll. So,
Sarah.
Ferg, would you like to start us off with your first pick?
Sure. All right, my first pick, which I have many reasons, is Lost Boys.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. The outfits
Yeah.
are giving. Yep.
So what I love about these is that or this movie, the costumes in this movie, is that the vampire costumes are absolutely timeless. Like, you could put David's costume in a 2010s movie and it would work. You could put it
Yeah.
now. You could put it in the 70s and it would work with his, like, with his overcoat and his shirt and his, yeah. It works really well. And the designer worked with each vampire individually, to like kind of bring their characteristics out. So she was very one on one with like, what do you think your vampire character is supposed to be like?
Mm,
Okay.
And
I
then
love that.
besides the vampires, she took her name is Susan Becker. Becker? I wrote it down. Susan Becker, yeah. Um she took a lot of time with everybody else as well. So you can tell that they're if they're kind of a more normal kid, kind of like Corey Haim's character, who's like
Mhm.
into comic books and everything. So you kind of get that side from him. But you can tell the different subcultures throughout all the background characters too, which I
Mhm.
really love when we're in Santa. Where is it? Santa
Santa
Maria?
Mira?
Oh, I
Or am I
Santa
forgot.
Monica?
Santa Monica? Santa
Santa
Mira.
Monica.
Yeah.
Wrong movie,
So,
sorry.
somebody is screaming at me right now what it
Right, right.
actually is. I
Damn
know that they
you.
filmed it in
It's Santa
Texas,
Monica!
but
Yeah.
um but yeah, she did a great job of capturing all the subcultures so you really feel like you're part of the 80s in that.
Mhm.
I love it. That's a cool choice.
That is so true. Like, 'cause a lot of times, like, there are some movies I wanted to pick because they are so of that time, but they are not timeless. Like, they're very specific. I don't own them on tape, so I can say, stuff like Killer Workout, where, like, the outfits are
Oh yeah.
amazing, but they're colorful and bright and ridiculous and over the top, but they scream 80s. They would not, like, you look at them for a very different reason than you'd look at something like Lost Boys, where you're right, like, even though there's very, like, 80s, 90s kinds of things in that movie, those characters and how they're dressed could easily fit into any, like, other decade for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let me see. Now, since you knew your costume designer, I'm like, I should know
Oh, now I feel
mine.
like a jerk. I need to know mine
I
now.
Oh, you
know,
don't need
wait.
to know the names. This is just what I do. I like to research them while I'm watching movies and stuff.
Well, this person is probably great, and rest of cast list, I don't want the cast. I know who's in it, damn it. Okay. So this is the one that I ran and grabbed. I'll do this one first because it's pretty basic, I guess. Maybe like you would not think like costume design, Scream 2, but I'm gonna go. This is Kathleen DeToro. Nah. I'm saying Scream 2 because one of the things I know about this movie is very mainstream, very accessible film. Very like everyone talks about Scream. Everyone has a ghost face on and like ghost face mask. Like it is very we love Scream. It's everywhere. But the costumes, I'll say the wardrobes chosen specifically in this film, certain color tones were used in very specific scenes to throw off who you would think the killer was going to be. So, for
Oh.
example, there are a lot of Randy and Sydney overall wear very neutral colors, lots of blues and browns. There are scenes, though, specifically where you're supposed to not think it's this person. So you're getting like a red herring. Um, but the person might be dressed the same color as Sydney. So there's actually a very specific scene where I'm sorry, I'm spoiling this, but Mickey, the character of Mickey,
Mhm.
is trying to point blame at somebody else, and he's wearing the same exact shade of blue as Sydney is when she's sitting in the thing, and that was not an accident. The colors that Gail's wearing are very jarring colors. They specifically wanted her to stand out as being like more rigid and edgy, not edgy, but like more. No, I guess rigid is the word. So it's like whites and blacks. So it's a combination of like hard patterns and whites and blacks that she wears, and then and to the point where she basically takes off the jacket that is kind of like the patterned, structured whatever, and she's just wearing the white at the end. She's now an angel, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of scenes like that, and basically no wardrobe choice in the film was an accident. Like it's the colors and stuff were just very specific. So when I heard that and then they showed all the examples, I was like, that's actually crazy interesting. Like that much effort was put into like when to make you feel comfortable with a character um that is actually a killer, So
Yeah.
that's the one that I jumped up and grabbed. Scream 2.
I
That's
have noticed
actually
that as well in Scream too, so that's good observation.
Yes.
That's really cool. Like, I didn't think of it that way.
Right?
Like, to throw off with just their outfits that they're wearing, like color tones, like color tones make you feel certain ways.
Mhm.
Like, that's really cool. Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't. Scream 2 is now even better.
Even better. And Dewey is even very, like, he's in warm tones the whole time. Like, you're meant to feel, like, warm
Mhm.
and fuzzy when Dewey is around. So, yeah, that wasn't an accident. I thought that was cool.
Huh.
Mhm.
Wow, that's cool. Well, mine is not that creative. Well, it is creative in a way. And I looked up the costume designer,
Look at you.
and her name is Barbara Anderson, and she designed the costumes in Day of the Dead.
Oh,
Ooh.
hell yeah.
So
Okay.
why I picked this was mostly because, like, even being an extra in this, I feel like you still needed a lot of detail to blend in to look like one of the zombies. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it's not like The Walking Dead. Like, they actually have, like, someone in a clown costume that's a zombie, someone in, like, a motorcycle helmet, and, like, all this other stuff. Like, they really, like, depicted how these people died. It wasn't just like, "Oh, this person's wearing torn up clothes. He's a zombie."
Mhm.
You know
They had,
what I
like, a
mean?
story behind each one.
Yeah, it kinda seemed really cool with that. So, yeah, that's my pick, Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
A good pick.
Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts?
No, that's a
Did
I've
I
never
very
get
good pick.
Yeah.
I've never seen Day of the Dead.
Oh, come on,
I know.
bub. You would love
Ah,
it. I
for
feel
your
I've
like you would
seen
really have
education,
fun
you
with
need to
it.
I
watch that.
know. I know. I've
Yeah.
seen clips, which doesn't mean anything, I know, but, because 'cause I've seen you said Bub, right?
Yeah, Bub
I've
is,
seen
like,
that.
the
He, like,
main
has the
zombie.
headphones
Yeah.
and yeah, like, I've seen parts and, like, hands through the wall, and the guy gets ripped apart later, and I've, like, seen those things, but I've not seen the movie, like, from start to finish as a whole.
Hmm.
I know.
It's cool. It's got a lot of aspects to it. It's actually very heartbreaking at one point. Not
Well, then I
Yeah,
for what
it
you would
is.
think.
no.
Yeah. You gotta watch it.
I'll watch
Maybe
it.
maybe I'll have to request it on your channel.
Could you go ahead and request on my channel so I can actually watch it?
Yes.
That's always
Yeah.
priority, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Let's get these movies to the top of his list, people. Let's start.
Request Day of the Dead
Yes.
and Shut Up James on
Yes.
Patreon. There you go.
Yeah, there you
What a
go.
shameless self-plug.
Yeah. God.
I know.
Well, Ferg, what do you got for your second pick?
All right, I can't talk about costume design without including Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh,
Oh.
It is
Oh. Yeah.
that's the
iconic.
one.
So the
Yeah.
designer is Aiko Ishioko. She's known for doing some more outlandish types of costumes. So this was actually a little different for her, trying to do something within like a strict period. Well,
Mhm.
I strict. What I love about how they did this costume design is that even though it is period, there are aspects that appeal to the 1992 eye, and they still appeal to the 2025 eye. That's one of the things that's really difficult with costume design is you want to be as historically accurate as you can, but how are you going to also make it appealing and attractive to the modern audience? And I think
Mhm.
Aiko really captured that, and she was great about putting subtleties in there, like Mina, like she always starts with high necklines, and by the end she's with low necklines because she's lowering her inhibitions. So those are like
Ah,
fun
Oh,
little things you can catch.
I
wow.
love that.
That is so freaking
Oh
cool.
yeah. Yeah, she had a
Wow.
lot of Eastern inspiration for Dracula when you first see him, like when he's got the white hair and everything.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
He's
Wow.
scary. That's
it's
his
interesting.
his, like,
Oh, sorry.
scariest form. Well, no, I'd say his scariest, like, form was that. Like, I forget how many, like, versions of him we get in that movie.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
also one of the subtle details that she does is the dragon crest. She puts that in so many different places that you don't even notice it.
Wow.
I love
See,
that.
these are like little details that, like, I wouldn't really catch the first time watching. And I've only seen this once, sadly, but I do understand, yeah, this movie rules, and the costume, and yeah, everything
Well,
about it is perfect.
Yeah, because like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
a divine movie.
visually striking in a lot of ways, but when you think of it, you think of the characters wearing those very specific like, I can picture
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves wearing what he's wearing, I can picture, like, the red, dresses and like, it's very particular, and I feel like I guess the movie is kind of full of it's not super vibrant, so the costumes do stand out more. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm trying to
Yeah,
find
like the
this.
reds and the greens, they're so rich. But
Yep.
even the gray costume, that like the kind of grayish greenish costume
Mhm,
that Dracula's wearing when he sees Mina on the street, even that
mhm.
is striking and
Yep.
iconic in the
mm,
way
Yep.
that they've put him against the background.
Mhm.
yeah, pops. Did you find yours, James?
I did. So I'm looking at the costume designer. I might not do it after this. So this costume designer, her name is Julie Weiss. I'm maybe pronouncing that correctly. Um, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, just period. So it's funny when you said wardrobe and I thought, oh, costumes, there was two movies I grabbed immediately. And I was like, no, 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 no. I'm like, wardrobe. That's like anything. And I grabbed this movie and it is 1989's Steel Magnolias, because we don't just do horror stuff here.
We
We do
don't.
whatever. And I love Steel
I love
Magnolias.
it.
But if we're gonna talk about number one, the amount of wardrobe, like the amount of outfits that are in this movie, just period. It screams
Oh yeah.
1989 in the South, but you could tell that they took full advantage of number 1, it takes place through multiple seasons over the course of, like, a few years. So,
Mhm.
every season is represented. We have, like, our holiday party, we have, like, a, 4th of July situation, it's summer, it's spring, it's Easter at the end of the movie, so, even the like, even this poster, stop it, cut it out.
It's adorable.
But one thing I noticed, I didn't hear this someplace, so I'm assuming it's on purpose, is for the most part, because every character is going through something different at every point in the film, but of course they all come together in some way. You can always kind of find something similar in their wardrobes when they're together, even though they're dressed very differently. So I for some reason the thing that sticks out the most is one of the times that they're in the um hair salon place. I don't have hair, so I'm not sure what it's called. The whatever. Oh my god. I just said I love this movie and I'm gonna forget. Is it Trixie?
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Oh god, you have to
I
watch.
haven't seen it in so long.
Why am
I
I
can't remember the names. Is it Dolly Parton's character?
it's Dolly Parton's character.
Oh, come on, you stupid. I'm
I know.
currently trying to look up mine, so I'm not being rude, I'm sorry.
No, 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 you're fine.
I'm
Let me
listening.
I refuse to not Trivy? Why am I Truvy? Truvies. I think it's Truvy.
Truvy, that's what it
Yes, I'm
is.
like, "Stop it." I pictured, like, Trixie Mattel. That's the wrong queen. So,
Very wrong
when
queen.
they're in her salon and everyone's dressed differently, like, Weezer is pissed off about something, Sally Field, I think, is doing whatever. Might be the scene where Julia Roberts has a breakdown, one of many, like, whatever, but everyone has a shade of purple. Everyone has the same shade of purple added to their wardrobe, but you've got like this one with a pattern, this one with a solid color, this one it's like just like a little thing, like it's there to kind of like I think tie them all together, but everyone's outfit is still drastically different. At the holiday party where we find out that Julia Roberts' character is pregnant, everyone's wearing very loud patterns. They're all different colors and variety and whatever, but like lots of swivels, like a black and white swivel, like a purple and something swivel, like a navy, like, but there are like lots of designs on all of their dresses. So could be an accident. I don't think so. And again, just even if you're not going to look at it that way, just the ridiculousness of some of the outfits where they, what is it? Looks like two pigs fighting under a blanket, and they put this poor woman in this like tight, weird, tight fitting dress with her butt sticking out, and she like the shoulder pads at some scenes, and like my colors are blush and bashful. Like they just took full advantage of we can have these women in so many things, and the guys were dressed pretty sharp too. So Steel
Yeah,
Magnolias, John. If you want to have a good cry, that's
still
the one.
Magnolia.
Yes, not the one
And
with
if
Queen Latifah. I have not
hey,
seen that one, but I refuse.
James, and if you want a good cry, watch Day of the Dead and get back to me.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard it's a real tearjerker.
It trust me. All right. So for my pick, I went for the aesthetic vibe of Death Spa. Now, these
Nice.
people are rocking out in their like 80s workout attire. You get all the neon colors, the headbands, the thong type nylon pant things. Yeah, it's it's a vibe. This movie is so great if you haven't seen it, by the way.
When I tell you, I
It's
watched
like
this
it's
a couple
true
of years
80s.
ago, but it's true 80s. It is like
Yeah.
it's not bashful at all about what
No.
it's trying to be. I
Nope.
watched this a couple of years ago. I started watching it again today, actually.
Really?
I have to watch it for Derek and I to do a thing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I literally started watching it today and I was like, holy crap. But I will say, watching Death Spot after also watching Killer Workout,
Okay. Do
Killer
they blend?
Workout,
Yeah.
well, they're similar with the aesthetics, but I will say Killer Workout's outfits, I think stood out a little more.
Oh,
But
okay.
only I think only because you know what, now actually maybe I'm wrong. I think Killer Workout's outfits stood out more because the set dressing is so bland.
Hmm.
Death Spa, everything is loud. So that
Very
set was
loud.
actually very bright and beautiful and loud, and like they had a budget. And so maybe that's why the outfits seem like they don't pop as much. So maybe they're the
Oh.
same outfits. Maybe it is the same, but everything is loud in that movie. The bright, oh my God, and Ken Foray in his short
Mm.
shorts.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
That's on period,
That's on
folks.
period. What's it called? It's like Star Body Health Spa is what it's called.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
the
I think
lights,
so,
that's
yeah.
so I love it.
Oh,
It's so
so
cool.
fucking
Yeah,
good.
so good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
All
Ferg,
right, so for
what you
my
got?
third pick, we're going back to the 90s again. Well,
All right.
kind
Bring
of.
us
Sorry,
there.
Dracula was 1992, but set. And anyway, we're
Yeah.
going to the 90s with Sean and my favorites, Showgirls.
Oh, yes.
You can't
Okay, now
talk
listen,
about
I
outfits and
know that
not
they are
mention
very
Showgirls.
naked in this movie, but what
Mm.
costumes they are wearing are perfect.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
it who's the designer? It was Ellen Myra. You know what? I'm not even going to try pronouncing her last name. You
Uh,
guys can look it up.
yeah, but she
Um
was great.
but Ellen, she did a great job of capturing the seedy underbelly of the 90s Las Vegas,
Mhm.
which has a
Yeah.
very specific vibe to it and everything. It's not like high class, which you do see some of the high class when they're like having that little party or the parties when they're like praising Nomi and what's her name, the other big showgirl before she gets pushed down the stairs and everything. Can't believe I'm
Oh,
blanking on her
yeah.
name. But they mostly show you the
Yeah.
seedy underbelly, which is really great with like the fringe dress that she has, with Molly's
Yeah.
overalls and she's always almost always in florals, which I can
Mhm.
appreciate. She's just like a cute little costumer, so of course I identify with her and everything.
Yeah.
And but then
Love.
the design for the actual shows, like when they're on stage and everything, it it's absolutely like right out of the book of Las Vegas showgirls and how
Yeah.
over the top, ridiculous, skimpy it could really be.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
It's probably why the movie holds up. People love that movie still. I mean, because of the ridiculousness of the movie itself, but the costumes are so to not be ignored
Mm.
until they come
Yeah.
off. You know, they do come off. But when they're on, like you said, yeah, no, they make a statement for sure.
Mm.
Because I okay, don't hit me again. I have not seen Showgirls, but I've seen many
You got
clips.
to.
I've seen like pictures and videos for days, and it's weird because everyone's like, "Oh, it's so bad, it's good," and blah blah blah. I'm like, but every clip that I've seen, like, it looks like it's spectacular. Like she had a budget, you know. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had a budget. It was supposed to be this big breakout, and the amount of Razzies it won was ridiculous because they it just plummeted,
yeah,
unfortunately.
Ugh.
Like
which I love a
Kyle
Razzie though.
what's his name? Kyle. I can never say his last name. Kyle
I don't even know
McClanahan, McClock. You know what you know
that
from
main
Twin
guy.
Peaks and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. That one.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, yeah. He He won't even put it on his resume in his credits because he's
Wow.
Really?
like so ashamed. And Elizabeth
What the
Hurley,
hell?
not Hurley,
Embrace it.
Elizabeth Berkley. Um, Elizabeth Berkley for the longest time was like ashamed of it, and like just recently she's like adopted how much she loves it and everything. She even promotes it now and everything, and
Yeah.
like I think even sells merch for it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, there these things have such a niche following that seem to get bigger and
Hmm.
bigger over time. So I always it makes you crazy when an artist who's a part of these movies like doesn't acknowledge or acknowledges it in a negative way. So I'm glad she turned around, or sometimes they don't even know. Like there's so many
Yeah.
times I hear of an actor, I'm like, why don't they do conventions and stuff? And then you hear them interviewed being like, no one watched that movie. And I'm like, girl, how much money you'd be making right now if you would
Yeah.
get a better PR team
Or it's
or a
like they'd be like, "Ah, no one's gonna care if I show up." And it's like, "No, hundreds of people, thousands of people would
yeah.
love to see you at this event."
And I'm the weirdo who loves like the side character, like the character behind the extra. That's
Mhm.
who I want to see. Like you would make bank. So imagine if she was doing. I mean, she's doing conventions and stuff now. I think she does events and stuff like that now. But like, imagine if she's doing that all that time, all this time, the money she would have
She
made.
would have made so much money. Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
hopefully she's learned a
I
lesson.
feel like that's just like a type of movie that just ages more well than it when it came out.
Oh
Like
yeah,
everyone was like,
I agree with you on that
yeah,
yeah.
entirely.
The
I,
definition of cult following.
yeah, cult following. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I can't say there's a cult, but yeah, there's definitely a high standard now for that movie.
it was a whole cult.
Yeah, whole cult.
Yeah,
They worship.
they worship. Um. Okay, so Mine my next one is, you know what? It's pretty flashy. Okay, we'll say. It's got a lot of crazy costumes. It's nothing like the first 2 I chose. I chose, like, cute, nice wardrobes. We chose certain colors for blah, blah, blah. No, this one is just, like, extravaganza eleganza, and I chose The Cell.
Oh
So,
Yes.
hell yes.
yes,
Wow.
I have thoughts about Jennifer Lopez as a person and actress and whatever, but she's really good in this. The movie itself is just great. I love like a cop thriller, like a detective thriller, a serial killer thriller, like a Silence of the Lambs kind of thing. And this one taking like that dream aspect is so surreal and crazy and cool. The movie is visually stunning on its own, but the fact that the costumes feel like part of the set dressing, like they are so specific, but you have, regular stuff like everyone's wearing like regular clothes and like neutral colors and stuff in the beginning, whatever. But when she has like black and red hair and like it's like a weird metal contraption or something on her face with like
Mm,
Uh-huh.
chains dangling. Like what the hell? When she's like in the glass cell at one point, I think she's wearing like a black or red or both kind of like flowy dress that when she falls like drapes down. At one point she's dressed as a nun, and we're not even talking about Vincent D'Onofrio, the guy who plays the killer, because he gets some crazy extravagant outfits too. Like it's
Oh
just
my god, yeah.
so
like the
ridiculously
big red
yes.
tape
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
thing
drop the
that
tape.
I mean,
Yeah,
talk about being part of the set. Like that
yeah,
yes,
like
literally
you're
is part of
literally
the set. Like it's
yeah.
you
just
are the
curtains
set.
and it just like comes off.
Yeah,
It comes
it's
off.
so
I'm
cool.
looking at the back, and it's got Vincent D'Onofrio. I forgot he was a whole man back then. It's like ooh, it's like strapped to his nipples, and it like wraps around
Yeah,
his
it
neck.
didn't look
Okay,
Yeah,
it doesn't look comfortable, and then it's even I'm forgetting about, like, just the red outfits, like, the cool
yeah,
design of the outfits that they have to wear to go with, like, into the dream world and stuff. But,
Mhm.
yeah, The Cell, I need to watch this again, it's been a minute.
me too, actually.
The
That movie
designer of
goes
that is
hard.
actually the same designer as Dracula.
That makes sense because that
That
freaking
does
red,
Yeah.
outfit situation,
Hey,
that's very similar to the Dracula whatever.
That's the kind of stuff that she's known for, so I'm glad you
Okay.
picked that.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Hey,
Hey.
that's good to know.
Right?
That's good to know.
Yeah.
We're learning today. This is a learning episode,
Yeah.
folks. And Ferg is our teacher.
Right.
So for my pick, I gotta go with the leather daddies and the leather mummy in Hellraiser. The
Yes.
Cenobites. They go
Yeah.
hard.
I was
Yeah.
gonna do that one too. They do.
Like just like and they're all technically in leather. They just all have like their own cool, it's like certain style to each Cinnabite.
Mhm.
Where, oh my god,
Like
yeah,
who yeah, like the creativity involved in thinking up how this leather piece can attach to that leather piece that
hmm.
can turn into a chain that can wrap around your neck that is also hooked to your, I don't know, esophagus. Like
See,
the
I was actually gonna pick Hellbound instead of the first one, thinking of what you just said. I was like, maybe they could, maybe like I was thinking of what's his face with the head.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, he kind of like, I don't know, attaches his outfit to their realm.
Mhm.
You could say,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool.
I mean, all of them, even
Yeah.
like like straight to video whatever's that kind of maybe diminish in quality over time. Like if
Hmm.
I were to, if I didn't grab the first one, the other one that comes to mind is Bloodline
Oh yeah.
because it is
Yes, I
like,
love
yeah,
Bloodline.
I love Bloodline, but it's like you get all these different, I'm being attacked by dust because I'm filthy. Time periods too. So you get the Cenobites, and they're leather and this and that, whatever. But then you get like the 1600s, and you get the
Yeah.
1990s, and you get the future. Like all the costumes that they have are great. So
It's very extravagant.
yeah, I should have ran over and grabbed that one just now instead of saying
But
it.
yeah,
That's
they
funny.
definitely, you could tell they took their time on each Cinnabite. Like this
Mhm.
personality goes with this outfit. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
cool.
I've never okay, another one I have never seen before because I'm just gonna admit that I'm a fake fan. I own several copies and I will watch it someday, but I haven't seen Hell on Earth. I haven't seen part 3. And
Part
I've heard
three.
It's not everyone's favorite, but I really enjoy 1 through 4. Those are the
yeah.
ones I watch and then I stop from
Mhm.
there. But
Yeah.
I think it's a really interesting, it gives you a teeny bit of insight into what's his name, Pinhead.
Then okay.
Yeah.
Um because you get background in the main character's father, so you get a little bit of insight in Pinhead as well.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna
Not
watch
as
it
much as you
eventually.
do in Hellbound. In Hellbound, it
I was gonna
has a
say
lot
Hellbound.
more of
Yeah,
Pinhead,
a
but
lot more stuff.
Let's just say they were thinking outside of the box when they came up with these Cinnabites for
Well, because
that movie.
I
I
see what you
I
did there.
is that the CD one? Because I know
Yes.
there's like a
Yes,
CD guy is what I was gonna say. Like the only
Yeah.
thing I know is that I get I they're in like a city, I think, whatever.
yes,
Um, and but that there's like a CD Cenobite, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to see that. I want to see someone die by CD or
It's
something.
yes. It's the
it's
DJ.
definitely
It's brutal.
Oh my
yeah.
Like there's
gosh.
a club scene and there's so many deaths and you're just like, holy shit.
Yes. Okay, good. See,
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
It's
I have the quartet. Oh, John, you do too now, right?
yeah, I do.
The
I have the
Quartet of
quartet.
Terror. And John was like, "Yeah, I wish I could have Bloodline." And I was
I
like,
didn't know Bloodline was part of the set.
I'm like, "It's part 4." And he's like, "Oh, I get 4." And I was like, "Girl, quartet means 4.
This is a
Collection of
learning
4."
episode,
A
folks.
learning
We're
episode. We
learning. We're
learn.
learning
But
here.
there is another set that
Who would
just
have
has the
thought
first 3. So,
quartet 4? You know, quarters
like a
and 4
quarter,
quarters.
that's you know what? Potato, potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's counting? Not me.
Not I.
All right, so my fourth pick, just to I'm
4th pick,
sorry.
right?
My fourth pick,
Just
um,
gonna yeah.
along the same lines of Dracula, I went for another period piece. I went with Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
Oh. Yep.
I had that theme song stuck in my head the other day.
Which one?
Ooh.
Yeah?
The
The Moulin
songs.
Rouge song.
There are like 20 songs in that movie.
Okay, it's like the one with like Pink, Christina
Oh,
Aguilera.
okay. The
Oh,
yes.
Gucci
Lady
Gucci, yeah,
Marmalade.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Real Lady but I was saying
Yeah.
marmalade because I didn't really know the real words. And my wife in the other room was like, "Marmalade? Wait,
Mom
what is?"
Marmalade.
Yeah, she said
Marmalade,
it. I
Right?
was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
"No, it's marmalade." She's like, "No, that's not okay."
But this is like you saying that the town of Cheshire was Cheshire.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So like, it tracks.
It's it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We're learning.
What is
Anyways,
your
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Ferg.
Yeah, how dare
Oh, no,
you? Let
you're
her
fine.
continue.
Okay, so there's actually 2 designers for this one. We have Catherine Martin and Angus Strathy. Um, like Dracula, it's set in 1899, like it's set in a specific year, a specific period,
Mhm.
but it's got extrapolations of modern costumes. It's, it's got to be appealing to the 2000s eye. I think it came out, what was it, 2000? Yeah, 2001.
Doesn't want.
Mhm.
Um, like Satine's iconic. I said iconic so many times in this episode.
Good.
Her red
Good.
dress with the
Yes.
bustle gown. The bustle was starting to become. That's like the bustle is like where you got that big butt, like on the back of the dress.
Mhm.
So it was starting to get out of fashion. So it's a little bit of a stretch. It's not
Oh.
uncommon, but it's just
Yeah.
a little bit of a stretch in there. But because it was within the 1890s, they decided to keep a bustle in there.
Gotcha.
Um, and
Yeah.
then
Makes sense.
her costumes, Satine's, if you search 1899 burlesque, like exactly that, you will come up with images that look exactly like Satine's costumes, like the
Oh, okay.
leotards with fringe on them and
Mhm.
glitter and stuff. Well, I don't know how much glitter they had back then, to be
Right.
honest, but
Yeah, yeah.
mostly the dazzling of the fringe and everything.
Yeah.
Um, so it was actually pretty spot on with a period. This one actually might be more period accurate than Dracula,
That's
Wow.
crazy. I love that
which
they
it's
did
funny
that.
because it's so much more of a spectacle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say I love that they kind of like they grounded the costumes in that time period because a lot of other stuff is so modern,
Mhm.
Like so it's good that they grounded it somehow. Like they weren't like disrespecting that time period. Um,
Hmm.
while also having, Lady Marmalade and Voulez-vous coucher avec moi. So
Voulez la cacher avec
that's
moi.
no,
Whoa,
it's
whoa.
no, no, John, don't do that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
They
whoa.
didn't
Whoa,
disrespect the
whoa.
French language like John's doing right now.
Sorry, French people. We have a huge
Oui, oui,
following from France.
you probably do.
Yeah.
Um,
You never know.
so this one is I have not seen this movie in a minute, but I did just see the musical on Broadway and it was fantastic. And I
Oh.
remember loving this movie back in the day. And I'm like, I need to rewatch it because the show was so incredible and had so many amazing costumes and costume changes that, again, are like part of the set pieces essentially. And it's Death Becomes Her.
Oh
So,
my God, you got to see that on Broadway?
yes, I did. And it was incredible.
I'm
Um,
so jealous.
It was so good. Like, it's a weird thing, I'm getting off on a tangent for a second, but it's a weird thing where, like, the soundtrack while I had never heard the music from the show before, so watching it, I was, like, crying from laughing. The show is nonstop comedy, gold music. Like, it's fantastic. It's a weird thing though when I got the songs after and listened to them without the show, they hold almost none of the same punch, and I was like, "That's weird." Like, I can, like, usually see a Broadway show and then listen to music afterwards, and I'm like, "This is amazing," and I can still feel it. No, like, it really went with the visuals. Like, you had to see 'cause the show has just costume change, like, you have to go see it. I think one of the main ladies is leaving and being switched with somebody else, so hurry up and go before she leaves.
Wow.
Oh, wait, well, Broadway's kinda far for you. So,
It's four
maybe
hours. It's not that bad.
okay, it's not too terrible. So,
Yeah, I'm in central PA, so like it's not terrible.
make a day and a half trip out of it.
Yeah.
But, the costumes in the movie are still great, and they are integral, hence the poster.
Mm.
But, because you do get I mean, when you have, like, my gosh, Goldie Hawn dressed, like, eating her what is she eating when she's just, like, overweight and being like, "I wanna talk about Mad," like, whatever.
Oh,
Um,
that's so funny.
yeah, Madeline Ashton, and they're like, "Ah," or she's, like, overeating on her couch when as a cat lady when the people show whatever. Like, even those outfits are so fun. Bruce Willis with his, like, suit and like, he's always kind of disheveled. Like, sometimes he's in his suit and tie, usually he's, like, falling apart, but their costumes are beautiful. And it does feel like because it takes place in the 90s, but it feels like old Hollywood. So the costumes feel like very, like, kind of 50s old Hollywood, I feel like, with the glamour aspect, but it takes place in the 90s, I believe. I don't think it's like Yeah, she's watching TV at one point. So,
Yeah, I'm
um,
pretty sure it takes place in the 90s.
yeah, but it has
Mm.
like a very like old Hollywood feel, which I like. But it's also because of the costumes.
Hey.
Can we talk about that the jewel like necklace bodice type thing that she wears that just barely covers
Yes,
her nipples?
right, exactly.
What an
Yep,
amazing costume piece.
she
Mm.
eats. She eats.
She ate.
That was missing from the show. We needed a little more almost nudity, but it's fine.
Mm. All right. So for mine, I went with the Fantastic Clowns from Outer Space.
Wow,
Yes!
outside
I
the
also picked
box.
this, Ferg, because you made that dress designed off of which one did you? Shorty.
Shorty.
You made the Shorty dress. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love like the outfits and the wardrobe designs of these clowns. Like they went over the top. Like, yeah,
They went hard.
yeah. What's not to love
Yeah,
about
talk
these
about
clowns?
vibrant colors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like you could have, those clowns could have been just throwaway, like
Yeah.
outfits and whatever, and they're not. And even though they they look dissimilar enough, especially with like with their costumes, that like you can each one is still very specific and intimidating in its own
Mhm.
way, but it's also because of
Mhm.
the costumes.
Yeah, and, like, their color choices, like, again, they all had their own personalities, and you could kind like, their colors on them kind of brought that out of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, Killer
Killer
Clowns.
clowns, and the regular people
Oh,
outfits too, like the
Yeah.
the brothers with the what are they? The ice cream truck or something?
oh
Yes.
yeah, the
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, but yeah.
Yep, and I think the main girl,
The
I
2
forgot her
pervs in
name.
the ice cream truck. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what's her face? I think she's like a denim jacket or something like that, which is the
Yeah.
"Enough with the moons." I forgot her name, but yeah.
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 The female
Yeah.
lead, yeah. She's
Yes,
pretty
yep,
Yes.
great.
yep.
Mhm. But yeah, that's my pick, Killer Clowns,
Killer clowns.
as I
Excellent.
struggle to put this back in the
When you
sleeve.
took it out of the sleeve and I saw that it was clear, my mind went to, like I was like, "Is he gonna show us, what is it, Resident Evil Apocalypse? Because there's, like it has, like, a sleeve that's, like, clear that has, like, other images on
Or
it.
it's like The Ring or something like that
Oh
one too.
gosh, can you imagine? Yeah, Samara was giving with her dirty nightgown.
Yeah. She was giving in
She
that.
was giving. Her outfit
Damn.
came out of the TV.
Yeah.
All right, for my last pick, I also can't talk about costume design without including this one. Edith Head design in White Christmas.
Oh, I
Ooh,
honestly, I've probably seen this, I just remember absolutely nothing about it. I'm sorry. But
I
please.
watch it so many times a year. I remember in undergrad, we were having a little Christmas party of just the costume people at my professor's house, and we watched White Christmas, and all we could talk about was Vera's 17-inch waist and how she always had high neck collars because she was insecure about her neck because she was anorexic, which
oh,
wasn't so great. But Edith had always, the designer always kept that in mind, so she was always making her very comfortable. But yeah, her designs in that movie are just absolutely stellar. I mean, from like the light chiffons and lighter colors when they're in Florida and the sisters, like the matching blue dresses, the sisters' dresses, and then you go to Vermont and they're more in like warmer colors and it's wool and you've got some darker things. But even the rehearsal costumes, like Vera wears this one little yellow rehearsal dress like with little like yellow panties underneath so that like when it twirls you see them and everything. She was an incredible dancer.
same.
But she like Edith really took in get in into play all the movement that had to be done throughout. And I mean that's what designers had to do back then because we're talking about the golden age of musicals.
Right.
Mhm.
So of course they were thinking about a lot about movement, about how high is somebody going to kick, how many times is somebody going to twirl.
Mhm,
So you gotta really think about the movement of the body and of the piece and how it's going to all connect together. And she did a
right.
great
Huh,
job with that.
hmm.
I'm I'm gonna keep my next pick, but I'm not I'm just saying that you reminded me of one of my favorite movies of all time, having incredible costumes, even though the movie is black and white. And so I will show it as an honorable mention after. But I've never seen White Christmas except live.
For your education,
I
you
have
need
to,
to
yeah,
watch it.
because I've seen
It's
the
funny
show.
because I work in musical theater, but I don't really like musicals that much unless I'm watching it. Like, I will
Mm,
not turn on a soundtrack to something because just like you were saying with Death Becomes Her, you don't
Yeah,
get as much from it from listening to
yeah.
it.
There are very few now that I'm
My
realizing.
students don't understand that about me, and I'm just like, it's fine, it's fine. You
Yeah,
don't have to like musicals to work in musical theater unless
yeah,
you're
yeah,
an actor. You definitely
yeah,
need to.
yeah.
yeah,
Because Moses
But
has
yeah, watching it,
he
watching it, I can get
performed.
it.
Watch it, yeah. Like because even the you're saying like the golden age of musicals. It's watching the show like on stage is great, and I've seen that a couple times. I'm like, this is awesome. But that was a time where like the set pieces and the design of those musicals was like next level. So I'm very excited. I think I own it. I want to say I even own it, and I've still never watched it. So I will put that on my list and I'll watch it this Christmas. It's probably 17 hours long, but
Yes,
I'll watch it
for the season.
for
It's
the
very short, I
season
promise.
and my education. So okay, my last one before I do my honorable mention later is tone wise the complete opposite of a White Christmas. But it is also a musical, and that is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So
Yes.
another
yeah.
one where, they're not always wearing too much, but from Brad and Janet's, clean cut outfits in the beginning and like the wedding and all that stuff. With even like Tim Curry and oh my gosh, don't do this, James. They didn't put his name on the back. That's disgusting. Richard O'Brien. Like with them being like in the background at the wedding, like they are there, but they're not there with their weird like church garb and stuff. And then you go to the leather, like the guests during the time warp situation, we'll say. The guests
Hmm.
are in these like crazy loud 80s like club outfits, but like exaggerated times 10. You've got like a maid outfit, you've got Tim Curry, the Tim Curry, in his like leather corset
Mm,
situation with his fur coat. And then you've got Richard O'Brien, who like wrote and created this, but he's also in it as Riff Raff. And he's like, he could be experiencing homelessness the way that he's dressed. Like the costumes are so different and erratic and weird. And then later, he and Magenta are dressed as like space people because they want to go back home to their planet. Like,
yeah.
and
Because
then
they're
by then,
aliens. I love
because
it.
they're aliens, and then by then, freaking what is it? Brad and Janet at one point are just wearing like button-up shirts with no pants. They're just wearing their underwear by the end. My favorite outfit is, of course, Rocky because he's just wearing his little Speedo thing. But every outfit in this movie is just over the top, ridiculous, and amazing. Um, and I love it. I love Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's a goodie.
It's a
Okay,
good it.
fun fact.
Back to
You know how people do shadow casts of it, like where they
Mhm.
perform it, like you go to a theater, they perform it. So I'm from Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure at the time, I don't know if it's changed, but when I was growing up in high school, you couldn't go to the Plaza Theater unless you were 18, like to see Rocky Horror at midnight.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
So my friends and I, we put on our own Rocky Horror Shadowcast in my friend's basement. We had a cardboard set that we painted pink. We wore costumes and everything. Can you
Love.
guess which character I always played?
Were
Oh,
you not Rocky, Jesus, were you Frankenfurter? Oh, duh, of
No,
course. No? Wait, you were not Rocky.
no,
What's her name?
who?
Columbia? You
yes,
were not okay, there you go. I was like, wait.
I was the little tap dancing one.
Because, like, she's adorable. I can totally picture that.
Yeah.
I
Eh.
she we have the same energy. I love it.
Yeah.
Can you tap dance?
I used to.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
that's
I
cool.
took I took tap dance for quite a few years.
Holy cow.
Ask me to do
Wow.
a shuffle now, and I barely know how to do it.
Tap dancing is crazy. Moses had to learn that. My partner had to learn that for White Christmas, actually. So he had to learn
Oh.
how to
Oh,
tap
cool.
dance when he was what are the two guys? I don't remember the two male lead characters' names. He played one of them. Um, and he was like, I have to learn how to tap dance. And I was like, have fun with that.
Hey,
I'll be in the audience with my wine.
yeah.
Yep.
Wow,
Mm,
that's the more you know.
the more
Huh,
you know.
the more you know.
Now, what do you got, John?
All right. You know,
I don't know. What?
I got Night of the Creeps.
Oh.
Ooh.
I feel like they really did a decent job with the wardrobe because you had to fit all these younger actresses and actors in their prom clothes, and then you
Mm-hmm.
had to almost zombify them. And then you got Tom Atkins, which is a G in his white suit.
Daddy.
Like this movie, yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like this is prime for wardrobe, right?
I can see that. I almost grabbed Prom Night 2
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
Ooh.
same like prom
Those are definitely
dresses.
on the same line.
Yeah, Mary
Yeah.
Lou's outfits, and then we also have
Mhm.
like the flashback where it's like from the long time ago, which Night of the Creeps has the same, like it starts off in the 50s or something like that. And they have those outfits, and then it jumps to the 80s. Like
Mm,
I almost grabbed
yeah.
there. I almost did.
Hey, so that's my pick.
That's it.
Uh, wait, did we have honorable mentions?
I did. Do you have any Ferg?
I do not.
I will
I'm
grab
sure
mine
I
just
have like a ton more, just not next to me.
right. I'm gonna grab
You don't even
all
have to grab it, James, if you don't want to. You can just say it.
they're right in this closet right here.
Oh, perfect.
Because I have many copies of them.
Yeah.
So you said
Okay.
White Christmas, and I heard pull up. So I have a few copies of this on DVD. I have the Blu-ray. Is there a 4K? There might be. I have another VHS that has no slip because the movie was actually in like I think it was Watcher in the Woods. I bought Watcher in the Woods, didn't check my tape, check your tape, kids. But inside was It's a Wonderful Life. And I was like, well, I love this movie, so it's fine. Oh, I'm sorry, I gave it away. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
I
Wow. Yes, you do love that movie.
I will like completely like overbuy every copy version of a movie I'm like totally in love with, but I'm so ride or die for um It's a Wonderful Life. I just love this movie. The thing is, it is black and white. So when we're talking about costumes, we usually talk about we kind of the textures or the vibrance of the colors and stuff. And I refuse to watch this movie in color. I have the Blu-ray and the DVDs that have the color versions. I won't do it. Um,
I didn't even know they came with color versions.
they
It's
made them.
too
They
good black and white.
That's what I'm
It's great as
saying.
it is.
They like colorized it later. Like this tape is still completely sealed, but it even says like it's the colored version of the blah blah blah. I own it because I just love this movie, but I will not. It's weird because I'm not someone who like has a tape to not open it, but I will not open this tape.
Yeah.
Um,
You got
but
plenty of
yeah,
others.
that's what I'm
So,
saying. Like I can watch any of these if I want to. But yeah, the movie is, and I've got the shell version. It's just like the movie's fantastic. Even like the cover being in color, I'm like, don't do that. But without having the color, the costumes are fantastic. Like they
yeah.
are giving. Even if he's just wearing his big long like pea coat situation,
Mm,
love.
it's a
And the
good one.
Very
dresses.
good choice.
Very good
You
choice.
had me at White Christmas, so
Yeah.
but I almost chose like I almost grabbed Jason X.
I
So
almost did too.
for having futuristic clothes that kind of
Yeah.
screamed early 2000s. Like it was weird. Like it was like 80s but early 2000s, but like I don't know. I almost grabbed Jason X. I almost why do I keep saying almost? I'm like echoing myself. Am I having a stroke? I almost grabbed Galaxy Quest.
Oh, so good.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
shocked at how many I'm Ferg. I love that you thought of this theme because I didn't think of these movies in this way. like we have like emotional connections to these films, but you forget that a lot of it has to do with what they're wearing.
Mhm.
Um, and so all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, like someone thought of these crazy outfits and stuff of the aliens and the um oh gosh, I forgot what they're called, which the good alien race, and then there's the bad alien race in Galaxy Quest, and then there's
Mhm.
the regular, I don't know, love. And then Justin Long is in it. I love that movie.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
You
Justin
know,
Long
it's funny.
regardless.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Um, it's funny that you said Jason X just be in like the futuristic costumes, just because there's this whole era of like 1999 to probably like 2003 or 4 where people were doing movies that were like set in the future, and their idea of futuristic costumes is just hilarious.
Yeah. Like a like short sleeve mesh. Like it all looks like
Yeah,
club
short
attire.
sleeve mesh. It looks like they were wearing like kind of like rubber like harnesses and
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
Like, it's
It
just a very 2000s thing to set. Talk about
It's
something that's not timeless.
it's
that's
very Xenon the Sequel. It's very
yes.
Ah,
yeah.
yes.
It's
There
weird to
you
like
go.
look at it and be like, "Oh, it's weird, like this Friday the 13th movie had a budget, but like this Friday the 13th movie also didn't have a budget." Like it's the weirdest. It is such a strange thing to look at. Like anyone that watches Jason X is usually blown away by like, this is a Jason movie. Like you go from
Yeah.
all the previous movies to this with like the set design and it's like an action movie and whatever, but then you also are like, yeah, it's very like CW early 2000s wardrobe,
Mhm.
but that's one of the reasons I love it.
Yeah.
A scientist who's wearing like a tube top sweater, like because when I'm dissecting, cryogenic specimens, I always grab my crop top,
Yeah.
sweater, sleeveless, whatever outfit,
Yeah.
whatever the hell they were wearing.
Because your
So
abdomen's not gonna get cold, but apparently your
exactly.
bust
Yeah.
will.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then you'll die. So
And then you'll die.
there's always that.
Hey, and
But
that's that.
that's that. We did it.
How about you, Ferg? Honorable mention?
I would probably say American Psycho.
Okay.
Ooh, wow. Yep.
The
Wow.
Okay.
suits in that, the tailoring is impeccable.
Mhm.
It's
Mm.
amazing.
The attention to detail is
Yeah,
Just
and I
yeah,
mean that was what that was like kind of part of the point of Patrick's character
yeah.
is the insane attention to detail, like
Mhm.
down to his cufflinks, down to the length of his
down
cuffs
to
to
his business card, like, that's
yep,
how
Yeah.
intact this character is. He's
he was insane.
perfection. Yeah.
Now,
But everything is tailored so perfectly.
Yeah. Everything.
I have a question since we are now talking about American Psycho. I've listened to interviews with the director about the ending. I
Mhm.
want to know, do you think he actually did it in the movie or was he making it up?
I
Like,
think
did he think it up?
he was having, like, a mental breakdown without realizing that he was having a mental breakdown,
I
because
I agree with that.
he was so overstressed and obsessed with being perfect and comparing himself to everyone else
Mhm.
that something went, and there you have it, that's the movie.
And that's what I thought. And then the director said, no, he did it, but he did it all. But it's supposed to be that everyone is so, no one really sees anyone else in the course of the movie. Everyone is selfishly motivated and no one sees anyone else. No one's looking at anyone else in like a way like
Oh,
so
wow.
it's supposed to be that what she says, because I completely didn't take it this way at all, is that he did it and it's basically no one cares. And
Oh,
when they say like Jared Leto's character, they're like, "Oh, he went to so and so. Yeah, he's on like a trip, blah blah blah, whatever." She's because it's a female director, right? Yeah, she says that what is it? He didn't. It's just that no one cares or
No one
notices.
cared. Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh yeah, he's on like a trip." No
I
one,
just
no one.
talked to him, like, yesterday, but really, like, their yesterday could have been, like, 3 weeks ago. I just
Yeah.
talked to him. What do you
And
mean?
then when he's like, "I killed them," they're like, "Ugh, just whatever. Okay, yeah, you're like," they basically write him off in that conversation on the
Mhm.
phone, and they're like, "What is this? Okay, goodbye." Like, even when he wants to be seen finally, they won't see him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I
I never
feel like the
thought of it that way.
I
That's
would
Me
have
brilliant.
neither.
would have
That's a
never either. And anyone that I ask, they pretty much all say, "No, he went crazy." And I'm like, "That's what I figured too." So
yeah.
the thing is, the movie plays perfectly where it doesn't matter. You can it either way. It
Everyone's
works,
so in their own world and wrapped up in what they're doing that they don't pay attention to anyone else. That's
right? But
huh.
anyway, that's it. I figured I'd end on that little question.
That's
But
cool.
well, Ferg, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank you
This was
guys for having me on.
fantastic.
This was exciting.
Yeah, you are
this
very
is so
welcome.
fun. You are welcome back anytime.
We'll
Thanks,
have to do
guys.
a wardrobe stack sequel episode.
Ooh, yeah, now that I'm, like, more in tune
Mhm.
with the wardrobes and movies, I'm gonna watch new movies and be like, "Hey, that wardrobe.
Yeah,
It's
Once you
telling me
think about it,
something
you
that I
can't
didn't
not
know."
notice it.
you can't.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
so Ferg, where can people find you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Uh,
Not in real
you
life. I mean, on social media.
What's your
on
zip
social
code?
media, on Instagram, I'm franken.ferg, like a little period, because somebody took Frankenferg and they're not even a real Ferg.
Stupid.
Whatever.
Fuckers.
But yes, franken.ferg on Instagram. I post gratuitous selfies and a lot of tapes, and then sometimes
Yeah.
my sewing because I
Hey,
sew for a living.
there you have
Love
it,
that.
folks. Love it. James, where can people find you?
Me, so I am Shut Up James everywhere. YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok for some reason. And I think Blue Sky even. And then you can always find me here on Tapeheads. And then also another podcast called Don't Be Dead, which is on
Yeah.
Instagram and YouTube and Spotify and Apple and every place because I just can't shut up. So that's it.
Hey,
Yeah.
and you can find me on Instagram, wicked underscore, can't stress that enough, VHS, and here. Well, thank you everyone for joining in. Please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.